let's check if this is up and running. Let's go. Let's go. This is epic. This is epic. Alright, I should definitely turn off this. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, looks like everything's working. I gotta have my chat open so I can see if any of you guys are talking. There we go. Welcome guys to a stream. I only have a certain amount of time before I have to leave before at 6:30. 6:30 exactly. I have to leave about at 6:30 because I got some practice at it. So the stream isn't gonna be that long. It's just gonna be enough for just to explain some things. Thank you, Pug, for joining. I'm not gonna be playing any games. Really, I'm gonna be this is more of just like an info stream. And it's about the funny Crimson thing. I know. I don't go live often because, I don't have time because I have summer school. So, like, I have summer school and it's just, it's tough. Also, if there's a stream delay, sorry. It's not my fault. Okay, so basically what's going on in this stream is I'm going to be explaining some things about Crimson and just to try to get some more people interested and more invested into like what my passion project really is. So really just to flat out say, this entire thing is more of a passion project for me, and that how I want to create almost like a video game, animation, a show, a movie, whatever. I want to bring my characters to life. So, like, recently I've created, like, a character like this. Yasutaki Naoki. That's not how you say it either. I'm a freaking retard. Naoki. Exactly. And then also characters like Luminous. This is the original one. Luminous this one was created back in I'm gonna say October of last year, and then this one was pretty much more recent. Obviously you can see a little bit of a change. The hair is still gross, but and of course we got like the characters that are gonna be the more well-known characters like Volt and of course Future Grim. If you guys are in my Discord server, I think Pug in the chat is. If you guys are in my Discord server, you will know about this kind of thing. But that's not what the stream is about. The stream isn't about any of the drawings. The stream is about the slides. That's what the stream is about. I'll be trying to go through all of these tabs, all of these little slides. These guys over here, these three over here aren't long at all. Whoops. Like, all these three aren't long at all. God dang it. The only one that's long is the Crimson one, this one. This is the longest one. But the other ones are not long at all. Like, this one is only 18. This one's only 11. And this one's only 7. The first three that you can see right now, the first three aren't completely finished. Well, this one, the Legions, is basically finished, but the other two aren't fully finished. Neither is the main one, Crimson. This one isn't fully finished, but this is the one I'm going to mostly be going over. That's going to take the most time of the stream. Wow. This is a really interesting title, isn't it? So the stream. Hold on, give me a second, and let me change this. Okay. Crimson Champions of War Explained. There we go. And I will add a funny thumbnail. Looks good. Okay. Cool. Alright. Just had to quickly fix the stream title because now it makes more sense. Nobody's in the chat because no one cares about Crimson. I don't care, dude. I'm just gonna talk about it because I want to talk about it. Anyways, so Crimson, like I said before, is a passion project with characters we have let's see how many species we have. We have one, we have two, we have three, we have four, we have five, we have five, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have 10 species we see. And in those 10 species, we have exactly, let's minus those 10, we have about 76 characters. 74, about 74 characters. And I don't even think I implemented all of the characters, to be honest. But you know what? It's fun. Let's talk about them now, okay? Let's try to get this stream quick, you know? I wanted to do this a long time ago, but I just didn't have time, you know? You know how it is. So the first species we got here is the Techians. And the Techians are basically, let's refer back to Crimson species descriptions. The Techians are known for being overachievers, highly intelligent, adaptable to their environment, imaginative, and feel they are entitled to their selves, you know. Most of their bodies are cybernetic, while the other few parts left, such as the brain, heart, eyes, and mouth, are left organic. Some Techians have more cybernetic parts than others. Some Techians include Coltgrim, Millennia, and Mekith. Those are going to be the most iconic characters you see. All right, let's get into it. First off, we got the deleted Techian, which is by J. Silverwood or Joseph, if you guys know him. Of course, and this I shouldn't really be going over his characters since those are his characters, but I'm gonna go over them just so I'm not leaving anything out. So the age varies because it's a group. It's not one in particular. The height varies, the gender varies, and the weapons, they don't have it because they're literally being deleted. And the description is, these are Techians that were rejected when coded into the universe because they were not healthy or showed no potential, punished for something unforgivable, or simply regarded as no longer useful to their society, to their basically their human civilization, basically. And then that's basically it for the Techian. There's not really much to say about him. Future Soldier, on the other hand, are part of the entire army of the Techian lineage, let's say. Again, since it's not a person in particular, more of a group, their age varies, their height varies, and the genders vary, of course. But they all have about the same weapons. Some knuckles with some claws onto them, almost like, let's say, Wolverine. Wolverine has those on his knuckles. Have the claws on him, have like the blades from his knuckles, and that's what basically they have, except it's actual glove and not coming out of the actual hand. And they also have a laser pistol, or just a simple semi-automatic pistol, let's say, but instead of normal bullets, it's lasers, of course. Deadly lasers. The next one we have here is the Future Slayers. Again, they're more of an elite group of Tekken army soldiers that are used for more dangerous missions. So these guys aren't part of the army per se. They still are, but they are a different part of the army. They are a different what's the word? They're a different, I guess, what's the word? I forgot the word. They're different. They're just a whole different team. They're a whole different group of army soldiers. Again, since they're a group, their age varies, height varies, species, of course, the Techians, and gender, of course, varies. But again, their weapons are pretty much similar, or pretty much are the same. Dual scythe and upgraded claw guns. So it's the same thing as the normal claw guns, except these are a lot stronger. They have a lot more blades, and they're just a lot lighter. So then they can, they're able to use them faster and be able to punch faster. The dual scythe again is just a scythe with two blades on each end, or with a blade on each end, making it a dual scythe. Here's the first character with an actual image to support them. This is Light Ray, and she's the first one that actually that's in particular a single character. Her age is 28. Her height is 5'8". Species, she is a Techian. She's of course a female, as I'm referring to her as a she. Weapons, she has a quick action sniper rifle. So it's almost like let's think of it as a bolt action sniper rifle. She, of course, cocks it back. I can't really explain guns because I'm not exactly the best gun person. I can't explain it really that well. But just like let's say I literally cannot think of anything. I just had it in my head. Now I can't think of it anymore. The Locust from Black Ops 3. Think of it as the Locust from Black Ops 3. Exactly how that reloads. It's quick. And then you shoot, and then you reload again. It's simultaneous. Night Terror is another character from, of course, Jay Silverwolf, basically the co-owner of Crimson. He lists this character as age 23, height 5'7", species Techian, gender male, weapons katana and the neon dagger. Description: this Techian was meant to be deleted because of his speech impediment and a lack of basic knowledge, but was spared due to his insane speed, stealthiness, and overall fitness. He may not be smart, but he has great awareness of his surroundings, and he has reflexes and instincts greater than any typical animal, which makes him an excellent assassin. So I'm guessing he was used more for stealth missions or missions in order to assassinate a particular person, or a particular group. That's basically Night Terror. I mean, hopefully he joins the chat sometime soon so that he can explain it a little bit farther. Again, this stream isn't exactly the most fun, but I really, really wanted to talk about this because I really want to hopefully get anyone who's watching interested, anyone at all. Speaking of getting people in, I should probably put my stream into some chats so then they can watch too. I'm going to put in the Discord server real quick. And while I'm putting them in, I'll talk about the next one. Okay. So this is Beast of 2099. This is another character from mine, and he is a juggernaut, obviously you can see from the picture. He is 42, his height is 7'1", so he's a big boy. His species is Techian, of course. Why am I even putting the species if it shows at the front? His gender is male, and so of course I'm referring to him as a he. He has a giant blade. Let me show you just how big his blade is. He has, let me find it. Oh, it doesn't show in this one. Okay, never mind. He has a giant blade though, I'll tell you that. But he has a giant war axe, which you can obviously see in this picture. It's massive. And of course his description is, Techian juggernaut used as a last resort. A powerhouse, while slow, extremely dangerous and powerful. Tough and highly armored. A major backup for the army. So basically he is the one who comes after everyone is wiped out, but there's still enemies on the other side or on the other end. So he'll come in and just finish the job. He'll just ruin everything that's around him. He doesn't care about getting hit or getting scratches or getting shot. He will continue to go and go and go until he's fallen. And he is not he doesn't back down without at least a few casualties. He won't back down. Let's get that in your head. He will not back down. If he can't break at least a few limbs, he's not going to go down. Let me just finish up this. Everyone, join the stream to learn more about Grimson. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I will add this into sorry if this is, just a stupid thing and it's being a little bit annoying. I'm trying to talk about something that I just, out of nowhere start like cutting off myself. Let me just do this quick, right? This won't take long at all. I'm just gonna literally copy and paste. I'm literally copying and pasting it, so don't worry. I'll put it in YouTube announcements too, right here. Let's go. Right there. Is there anything else I can put it in? Is there... I don't know if there's anything else. I really want to make sure everything's all good. Oh, I got a notification from YouTube. There's one watching still, okay. Where is... I thought there was a channel where you can... or a server where you can show off. Or I can show my stuff. I thought there was a bigger server that I had. I swear I had to... Hold on. I want to be able to find this dude. I really want to find this because I want to get some people in here, bro. Self-promo? Oh, here it is. There we go. No! No! Okay, well, I read it. It says that I need to read the rules real quick, and I did read it. Now can I read it? Now can I, self-promo? Please? I would love to do that. I would love to. Nope, okay, you know what, whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I got some people, I think it's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna join, but it's alright. Alright. Let's go back to this. If anyone joins, they join. It doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the War Finisher. War Finisher doesn't have image, of course, because funny, and I'm lazy. Also, because if you guys can hear my dog in the background, he's not getting hurt. It's just he howls sometimes when like his parents or like my parents talk, or like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. He's not getting hurt though. I'll tell you that. I'll make sure you know that. Okay. FNF Woody. Oh my god, shut up. Okay. Okay. Height. Well, first of all, his age is 34. His height is 7'4", so he's also a big boy. Species, he's a Techian, gender male, and he has another giant warhammer, or well, he doesn't. I thought he had, but anyways, he has a giant warhammer and again knuckle gloves. But these are a lot stronger because these types of gloves actually will completely paralyze his enemy. So therefore, he can use his warhammer to finish him off because they cannot move. Those knuckle gloves will hit every single vital weak point there, and then paralyzing him, therefore killing him immediately. It's pretty gruesome. I'll tell you that much. You know, it sucks that I'm really talking to myself right now. Here, I guess I can put it on Instagram. This sucks, dude. It's here. Maybe I can put it in here. This is something. Can I add a link into here? I can. Poggers, dude, this is awesome. Okay, hold on. This link. No, I don't. Wait, can I not? Oh, wait, maybe not. Wait, I don't want an IGTV. Oh, okay. Whatever. I guess I can't put in a link, but that's cringe. Why did I put in a link? Come on, let me. Come on, let me link. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Alright, I'll put it on my Instagram too, because, you know, I'm funny like that. I'm just gonna put it, I wonder where else I can really just bring it up. Should I download a self-promoting app? just so I can get some viewers for this one. This is an important one to me. I mean, I wanna be able to do this, dude. Come on. I really thought that there was a place where I can self-promote. Is there really not? Oh, I'm finna cry, bro. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track again, and I probably gained a viewer, and then they just left because they got bored of me just rambling. So, sorry if that's the case. Hmm. Is there... I gotta do one more skim through. I have to, bro. I have to do one more skim through. I promise I'm not being as annoying. Okay, I am. I'm annoying, but you know, it's for a good cause. Okay, it's for a good cause. What am I talking like I'm donating to a charity? That's not what's going on here. Wait, can I... Wait. Is it here? I wonder. I definitely read through all the... Because I found a place where I can put in my videos, but it's not letting me actually do it, so it's a bit cringe if I do say so myself. If anyone's in the chat, I'm sorry. This is probably really boring because you probably don't care. It's not my fault, okay? It's not my fault. No, other portion of it. This is... Yeah, okay. I definitely read the rules. Still doesn't say I can sell promo boosts. So, you know, it doesn't, you know, I don't care. I really have to get, like, a certain place in order to actually do it. If that's the case, then cringe. Yeah. You know, okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, I should probably get back to the stream. No one's watching anymore, I'm guessing. And if anyone is watching, yeah. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Here, let's continue. War Finisher. I just went through him, but the description. Well, Beast of 2099, then this is page 9, which, remember this character. Well, Beast of 2099 is the back... Well, I can't talk. Well, Beast of 20... While Beast of 2099 is the backup juggernaut for War, War Finisher is Mechith's main guard. So he's the one that's right next to right in front of the throne. He is way quicker and even more powerful than Beast of 2099. War Finisher is the powerhouse of the Techians, so he is the main one of all the Techians. This guy's the powerhouse of the army, but this guy's the powerhouse of everyone. But only thing wrong is that he is extremely dense, and he will only take orders if it comes out of Mechith's mouth. He will only take orders if it is at Mechith's will. So he won't just, take some random Joe's orders. He will only take it from his leader. Again, that's Mechith. Anyway. Page 11. Winged Warlord. Again, another J.S. Wolf character. He's 35, the height of 6'1". He is, of course, Techian, and of course he's male, since I'm, again, I'm referring to him as a he. His weapons are a digital war axe. I don't have the image on me, but J. Wolf has it, so, dope. Description. I have it in my binder, but I can't show it to you because I don't have face cam on. Anyway. The Winged Warlord uses brute force to get his way and won't stop to anyone or anything, even his own allies. Although he isn't the friendliest and can be cruel, he is one of, if not the most elite fighter of his planet. So he doesn't have the broad, giant muscles that say War Finisher and Beast 2099 have. Instead, he uses his weapons and his strength that he has already and his swiftness to therefore get his way, and to therefore always win the battles he comes in contact with. So he is not one to. He's literally the Winged Warlord. So obviously he's not one to be tussled with. Let's say. Millennia. This is one of the more main characters. This is one of the more critical characters to Crimson. Millennia, she is 19, so she's young. She's 5'9", so she is pretty tall, though, for a female. Species, she is Techian. She's a female, and she has a high-end blade. Let me show you her entire her entire picture. This is her. Of course, this one doesn't show her weapons, like always. Can I find one of her with her weapons? I probably have the old one. The old one has her weapon, I think. Yeah, this is an old drawing, but her weapon you can see in the back, which is a blade. But it doesn't matter, okay? Doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, her description. She's Mecha's highest ranked warrior. So she is literally, while what's his name? Wind Warlord is his main guard. She is literally the one that's going to be always next to Mechith at all times. At all times, she is she's the one that Mechith trusts the most out of all of the people on basically the entire planet. Let's say, the entire society. She's the one that he always goes to if he needs help with anything. So basically, she's his almost. I guess you can almost say she's his servant. But that all changes when the story goes. I won't be going into the story because this stream is going to be hours. But so we won't talk about that. She's the most elite female soldier and an overall weapon. She's an overall beast. She's one of the strongest characters in all of Crimson. She's a very strong character. She's quick and very swift. Though she is extremely loyal to Mechith, to her master, I guess you could say. She spends most of her time with Colt Ledenale, which, with Colt Ledenale, is... Well, let's go through Techian first. So this is Kryptotechian. Again, this is not a single person, more of an entire group. So again, part of the army, but a bad part of the army. Their age varies, their height varies, their Techian, their genders vary, their weapons vary. These guys aren't part of the army, so they have different weapons. So it doesn't matter, they are corrupted. So it doesn't matter what weapons they have. If they're corrupted, they're corrupted. Description: unlike Electrians, if a being of this species is fully corrupted, it is still possible to save them. All that is needed is to modify their coding, so modify their robotic self. When corrupted, there is not a second where they don't experience excruciating pain, but they have extreme power, to which is unfortunately used the wrong way, because they don't have control over their actions. The corruption is like a parasite, capable of controlling the mind. So this parasite basically slips into the DNA of any of the people, the species, and will corrupt them extremely painfully, and will control them for the rest of their life, basically, unless they are cured of the corruption, which with corrupted Techians is not too hard to do, but it's hard to do because there is always going to be a corrupted Techian trying to stop you. Now here we go. Like I mentioned, Colt Ladonel. Here is Colt Ladonel. Future Grim or Colt Grim. He is 18. His height is 6'2". This is one of the main characters. One of the more extremely important characters. One of the characters that is going to be like in like the main story like consistently. He is 6'2". He is a Techian. He is male, and he has a laser scythe and dual tri-blades. As you can see in that image, this is here. Let me show you. This is him. This is his full suit. Besides his pants, you can't exactly see his legs, but that's his torso and up. So Future Grim is a pretty cool character, I'll say. I think he's gonna get a lot of love from people if this ever gets out there. This description is: when Colt Ladonel's father, a council member, was poisoned and killed by another council member, he became a rogue and lost all loyalty and fame from the Techians, and is now a high target and wanted dead or alive. So after he rejected his wait, I'm talking about Vol. I'm sorry. He lost. So basically, after the death of his father, he went out. He went off. He's not part of the society anymore. He became his own person, and he's now a rogue. And now, since he did that, he is now wanted dead or alive. He is wanted killed, or dead or alive. So if they bring him back alive, then a high reward is given. But if he's dead, then he's dead, and the reward is still given. He had to leave everyone he loved, including his girlfriend Millennia. Millennia, of course, is this chick. I shouldn't refer to her as a chick, because she's something else. Page 12, and join Volt's group of rogues to help shape the future. Volt's group will be mentioned in a bit once we get to Volt. Mekith. Here's Mekith. So this is a character that I mentioned pretty consistently. I talked about him in Millennials. I talked about him in Wing Warlords. I think I talked about him even here. Yeah. I talked about him basically almost all of these. Mekith, here we go. Mekith is 57, so he's an old boy. He is 6'7", so he's still pretty large. He's a Techian, he's a male, and he has a staff as his weapon. A nice, sharp cane staff. And don't underestimate him because he's older. He can still back some heat. Mekith is a mastermind, a king, the dictator and overall ruler of the Techians. All actions are done by Mekith's hand. He became very corrupt quickly and led a war against the Electrians. He will shed his people's blood if it makes him a more powerful dictator. So he does not care. He does not care about anyone. All he wants to do is to make sure that he stays leader and that people follow his rules. Because in his mind, His rule is the only rule that anyone should follow. His rule is the rule. His rule is the golden rule. Any rules he makes. And it's not easy to overthrow him either, because that's happened a few times where people tried to overthrow Mekith, but it never went through because, of course, he has a bunch of guards, and even if they were able to get through the guards, Mekith still can pack a punch. So it's not an easy task to kill him, or overthrow him for that matter. Here we go. Now this is where we get to elections. And elections is a pretty small row of people, so this shouldn't take too long to get through. So here we go, elections. This is the Cryptotechian, as the aforementioned Cryptotechians. This is the corrupted elections. They're a group, so they don't count as a single person. So their age varies, their height varies, their election, the genders vary, and the weapons vary again because they're corrupted. If an election is corrupted, there is no chance of bringing him back. There is none. There is not a single way to bring him back because these guys aren't Techians. There's no way to code their way out of the corruption. Their power isn't modified like the corrupted Techians. See Techian page 13. Instead, their overall combat instincts is enhanced, as in reflexes and tactics. So they aren't exactly boosted with strength, but their skills and their everything else is extremely boosted. So they can use all of those new abilities that they have to wipe out entire areas, entire towns of people. They're basically essentially zombies. They crawl and they can corrupt other people with this parasite. Here's another extremely main character, another vital character to Crimson's story. This is Valaria, and as you can see, the other image, this is back when she was in Election World, and then this is her on Earth. It's a long story. Okay, so she's 18, she's 5'4", she's Electrian, she's a female, and she has an electric auto pistol, so instead of a normal, automatic pistol, it shoots out electric bolts. And she has a razor blade, not what you think of a razor blade, more or less a blade with little razors surrounding the actual blade. So not only is it a normal blade, it's also a blade with razors on all the sides. I want to find a picture of her that really shows off the blade, but I don't think there is one that I have. Okay, yeah, I don't think I have, even the older one. Okay, it's essentially, here, let me show you. Let me just draw real quick. I'm gonna do just a quick drawing, so it's gonna be terrible. So basically, it looks like this. This is the handle. That's the handle, okay? And then you got the actual blade. And then basically, it basically looks like this. Let's say that. Bam. This is a beautiful drawing, isn't it? That's basically what her sword looks like. It's a blade with blades on the side. It's a blade with blades. That's exactly what it is. It's like I said, it's a blade with blades. Valaria is a fun-loving and she's basically the comedic relief of Crimson's story. She's Volt's girlfriend, and Volt will be mentioned real soon. And she helped him get through some real tough times because, like Grim back there, Volt has had some really tough, had a really tough past also. And she only fights when it's truly necessary. She is not a fighter. She is far from a fighter. But she can fight, but she doesn't. But she'd rather not, basically. So again, she can fight. She can easily take down any of my subscribers, but she would rather not. You see. She's also Electra's sister, which Electra will be mentioned really soon because she's the next one, and Valaria supports her no matter what she does, and that will be a problem once the story goes on. here's Alexia. This image, because her face is a little bit off, but we don't talk about that, okay? This image is a little bit weird, but, you know. And then this is her back on the Electrian Island, on the Electrian Earth, or world. Also, don't ask why her finger's broken. We don't talk about the finger, okay? It's supposed to be, like, flipped the other way around. That's not supposed to be her palm, that's supposed to be the... But even then, her finger still looks broken. But it doesn't matter, okay? We love her for that. She's 22, so she's older. She's 5'6". She's an Electrian, because we're on the Electrian topic. She's female, and she has throwing daggers. She has one of the more unique weapons. She has throwing daggers, and a corruption mist. This mist will be explained in the description. Alexia is Valeria's sister, and she used to help her with everything she needed. But when a corrupted Electrian corrupted her, she wasn't fully corrupted, but it changed her entire way of living. So she was basically half corrupted, let's say that. She can use her corruption to control her enemies. Her emotions went from a kind-hearted person, a nice, loving person, to a cold and ruthless person. She's skeptical of almost everyone, even her own sister, even Valaria. She's even skeptical of her own sister. So, she has some problems too, but that's because she was actually corrupted, half corrupted, and she can use that corruption to control her enemies, basically, so she can corrupt other people with the corruption she has. Here's one of the more... He's also a pretty relevant character, but he is also a character that I'm going to try to make not people like. This is Volta Thundra. He's 23, so he's 1 year older than Alexia. He is 6'3". He's, of course, an Electrian. He's a male, and he has laser eyesight and knee blades as his weapons. So, like Superman, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. You can obviously see that those eyes are glowing. And he has knee blades. Knee blades as in literally knee blades. Like, literally knee blades. Where is the drawing of Volta Thundra? Where's Volta Thundra? Oh, there it is. He literally has blades on his knees and also on his elbows. So those aren't little like feathers or anything. Those are like actual like blades. So it will really hurt. This is Volt's cocky and annoying half-brother. So he's someone that I'm going to try to make people dislike from the start. He doesn't care about anyone, but he is extremely loyal to the king. The king is the main, again, almost like Mekith, but the Electrian version of him. His fake kindness, his fake kindness he uses gets him higher up in ranks. That's why he is one of the highest ranked soldiers in the Electrian army. So like the Techians, they also have an army. And he basically guilt-tripped his way all the way to the top. And that's why he is basically one of the highest ranked soldiers. And he boasts and brags about it all the time. Here is Jolt, or Jolt Requisition. Jolt, this is a longer description. Before we get to Jolt, let's talk about Volt first, because Jolt has to do a lot with Volt, and they have similar names for a reason too. Volt Ultimatum. Age 18. He is 5'11", and his ultimatum is 6'7". If you guys kept up with like anything of Crimson, then you'll know what Volt and Volt Ultimatum is. Like, literally, I mentioned it a few times with Crimson. He's an Electrian, and also he is male. The weapons he uses are dual blades and a warhammer. Warhammer, like a big warhammer, almost like war finishers. Descriptions: Volt became a rogue after his father, the past king, and his mother were killed during a Colovian invasion of him. And nobody seemed to sympathize or care, though the king helped with absolutely everything. His father was extremely caring of everyone and never let anyone down, and never said a bad vibe to anyone. He was extremely kind king. He didn't, but after his death, everyone just moved on. No one wept. No one was like thankful for who he was. So instead of taking the throne, he would rather not. He would really not deal with the fact that if he's kind, no one's gonna appreciate it. It won't matter. And Volt is kind at heart, so he didn't want to use his kindness for something that's not going to be appreciated. So instead, he didn't want to serve an unjust nation, and to the illegal action of not taking the throne. But by doing that, there was the new king that came in. And again, like I said before, he's basically the Mechith of the Elections. He unleashed a war on the Techians. So like the Mechith unleashed the war on the Elections, he fought back. He didn't stop, and he didn't just keep it all the same. He didn't just like let the Election and the Techians come and fight or come and destroy them. He fought back, but by doing so, he ruined everyone's lives very quickly, because he didn't just use the people that are actually in the army. He got people from the streets. He got people from almost every single curbside. He got everyone to fight against the Techians. He brought kids that are 11 and under, to come and fight into the actual war. He stripped families from their kids. All he wanted was to make sure that his kingdom wasn't destroyed. And that sounds, I guess that sounds okay on paper, because he was just protecting his kingdom. But again, like I said, he literally stripped families from their own children. The only people he didn't take were babies. So of course, people that are like newborn to, let's say, 4. And he also didn't take people that are elderly, so people that are like 70 and above. Other than that, he will take them, and they had to fight back. They had to fight against these Techians. People that didn't even know how to fight. So when the new king, Volt then created a group of rogues to help overthrow the corruption of his people. Because with the new king, everyone went insane. The king literally destroyed his kingdom from the inside instead of it being from the Techians, because everyone became anarchists almost, because they were terrified and angered by what the king has done. But they also had no chance in order to overthrow him, like Mechith, because he had guards, he had everything to support him. Also he had Volta Thundra, because even though he is a little bit of a crybaby, and not a crybaby, he's far from a crybaby. Even though he's a little bit of a guilt tripper, he is an extremely good fighter still. So there was no way that a bunch of people could stand a chance to Volta Thundra. So even if they tried to overthrow the king, there wouldn't be a chance too. So that's why Volt created the group of rogues in order to, because Volt is an extremely experienced and powerful fighter. So he grouped up a group of people that are also extremely good fighters, and formed together to overthrow this king. But it doesn't happen immediately, as you will see once the story is released. Now that we talked about Volt, we could talk about Jolt from Jolt Requisition. He is a 19, he's 6'2", he's an Electrian, of course, he's male, and he has dual lightning blades and an arm gun, and a gun on his forearm, which if he squeezes his palm, it will blast. Jolt's real name is Kadai Lerai. It's a cool name, huh? Came up with it myself. It's not Kadai though. It's Kadai. It's Kadai Leroy. His Jolt's real name is Kadai Leroy. He was a schoolboy that went to the same school as Volt. So when they were just young children or young kids, he was really into Valaria, and then Valaria is her, of course. And also was pretty close to Volt. They were pretty good friends. But he then changed from being a kind soul to a jealous menace. Valaria ended up with Volt, and Volt was so respected by many people for being the prince of a high order. He slowly started hating Volt, and wanted nothing but to be the one to kill him for taking his entire life, taking his girlfriend that he wanted, taking any of the respect he could have gotten, and basically taking all of his dignity. He was nowhere strong, but he was nowhere strong enough to face him though. So instead, he injected himself with a bit of Volt's DNA from some blood he was able to make Volt shed. And with that, he gained abilities. He basically gained the same abilities from Volt, but a different variation. The Neo Gene. The Neo Gene expression is on another slide project, which will be after I finish this slides. So keep that in mind. So basically, Jolt is the jealous piece of turd that wants to destroy Volt. He isn't a mean person. He is after the whole scenario with Volt destroying his entire life. He isn't really a mean per se. He's more of a cold person. He's cold, and he's a lot more is dubious the right word? Oh, I guess you can say devilish. He's a lot more he's just a lot more stone cold, Here we go with the mutants. Here we go. This is the new species. Here is Steampunk Ravager, another character from J.A. Soulwolf. He is 5'8". He's a mutant. He's male. And he has a steam-powered AR and a Victorian shotgun. Description. After a gas leak, it was thought that everyone had died. But there's only one survivor. John Seaton. John Satan. I don't know how to say his name. AKA Steampunk Ravager. When he first walked out of the scene of the calamity, he swore he would kill everyone for not coming back for him. So he is 74. So going by that logic, he's probably a veteran, and he has probably PTSD. So he went crazy after no one was there to save him. He went crazy, and he just swore he just went insane, and therefore he just wanted to kill everyone around him. So that's why he is now a powerful being, because of this gas leak. So basically, the gas leak caused a great explosion into the factory or the company he was in, but this gas leak also gave him powers. Basically, not powers, but more give him more skills. Here we go with Dreamcatcher. She's a somewhat vital character. She isn't too vital, but she's important. She's a good role in the story. She's 17. She is 5'6". She's a mutant. She's a female, and her weapons are dream making and spear summoning. So basically, she can create dreams. She can put people into a dream realm. So basically, she can make her allies feel good, or she can make all of her allies, feel stronger or more confident, while her enemies she can give them nightmarish dreams, and dreams about terrifying things that will really bring them down. And the spear summoning, she can literally summon spiritual spears that will appear behind her, and then will target the enemy's hearts, and they won't kill him. It won't kill him immediately, but it will kill him after 2 hits, which will be implemented if we ever make a game. They aren't extremely accurate though, so if the person can easily dodge them, but it's still like if it hits them, it's extremely deadly. When Dreamcatcher gained her abilities, she lost her face, and her face became an empty void. She wears a mask to cover up the face she once had. Her sister, however, Figure 8, helps her cope with these problems, while also being the serious one. Dreamcatcher always tries her best to keep a happy attitude. So while, her abilities that she got with the dream making and the seer summoning came at a cost. And now she basically lost her entire face. She doesn't have a face anymore, it's just literally a void. So she uses a mask to cover up that, because she doesn't want people to be terrified of her. She still wants people to, see her as a normal person. She never wanted the abilities, but it was more of a deal almost, or a trade offer almost, I guess you could say. Her abilities really came to her out of nowhere. So it's really it really messed her up after she lost her basically lost her entire face. So she just uses the mask, and she still keeps up a happy attitude even though it's been messed up for her. But she's still a very powerful person. Azrin is 27. She's 5'9". She's a mutant. She's a female, and her weapons are a spirit-wielding mask, a lava blade, and a chain blade. So she has 2 blades. This is a longer description, as you can see. As a little girl, Tony C was a fencing prodigy. She got so good to the point that once she was 18, she was in legitimate sword fighting championships. At the age of 22, she was accepted into the final trial arena. As the same arena where Amethyst, she is coming up soon, killed Deadshade. Deadshade is coming up, will probably be in part 2, because I'm not going to be able to finish this stream today, so I'll do part 2 soon. She trained tirelessly, or every day tirelessly, until the age of 23, when the arena was finally set. She was able to kill many of her opponents with ease, but inevitably, she was decapitated by the elite swordfighting sensei. A funeral was held, and her mother set a spiritual mask on her coffin. Everyone believed it was a fraud, even her mother. But she had no other options. She wanted to do anything to hold her daughter again. That night, the mask glowed through the ground and suffocated the body of Azrin, or of Tony, and with bright lights. The mask merged onto her face, suddenly rebirthing her. Her skin was a reddish tone, and her strength enhanced. She now goes by the name Azrin, meaning dead risen in her culture. She has been in 5 trial arenas since her death, and has never lost one. Her next trial is against Amethyst to really prove her worth. So she has also a pretty sad story. I mean, no, it's not like the worst story. She just lost her tournament, and which ended up killing her. But after the whole mask thing, she became basically an entire new person. Her skin is almost that of the demon, and look at the mask. So it's a pretty long story, but it's pretty good story, I think, for Azrin's. Now, here's one of the more main antagonists, Nekos. So main antagonists include the king of Electrians, Meketh, the ruler of the Techians, and Nekos is the main antagonist of Earth's place. He is 33 years old. His normal height is 6'2", but his bloodthirst version is 7'2", or 7'10". He's large when he's in his upgraded mode. Species, he is mutant, and his gender is male. He has a semi-auto pistol, which if you guys don't know, it's just every time you hit the trigger, it'll shoot. And indestructible rage piercers. So you see on the background of his of the drawing right there, you can see those pink things coming out of his back. Those are actually almost like tentacle-ish things that come out of his back, almost like in Tokyo Ghoul. And they can he's almost based off of Tokyo Ghoul. He can use that to pierce people. He can use it to climb buildings, to walk to great distances with each stride. You can do a lot of things with these. His description: Necklace is the embodiment of hate and evil. He's a criminal with no boundaries and no morals. He trusts nobody, and nobody trusts him. He will kill absolutely anyone who stands in his way, no matter who it is or how close they were to him. He's another character that just doesn't care. If it appeals to him, he's gonna get it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter who's trying to stop him. He's gonna do whatever he can just to kill him. He has no morals at all. So it doesn't matter to him, and it never will until the story shows him who's boss. Basically, you'll see in the story if it ever comes out. Here's Nova. He's semi-important. I'll say he's a pretty main character. Nova. He is 26. He is 6'2". He's a mutant. He's male, and he has a blade that can if it pierces into someone, it can literally steal their life and it can give to himself. Nova grew up in the same hometown as Neon Blade. He is coming up in part 2. Neon Blade. When Nova became a town mercenary, he came in contact with an outlandish being. He seemed human, but his abilities were very alien. Later revealing himself as Bloodflare. Bloodflare will be coming out in part 2, I think, also. Because he's page 53 and Blade is page 72. After barely escaping death, Nova fell into a deep false death. Or fell into basically a deep a deep sleep, basically. But after he woke up, he gained an extremely devastating ability. The ability to steal others' life and give it to himself. He quickly became a professional with this blade that he gained, and he is now a threat to everyone. Because not only is he a master sword fighter, his blade can literally steal the life of people. He's basically a Grim Reaper. He can steal the life of people and literally give it to himself. He's deadly. Here are the Phantoms. I could probably get through the Phantoms, and then that will be, no, I might not be able to get through the Phantoms. I don't know. I'll end this stream at 6, so I can probably get through. Here's the Grave Thing. The Grave Thing, it's not exactly it's a group, again. The Grave Things are, doesn't matter, their height doesn't matter, their species are phantom, their gender doesn't matter, and their weapons is a fuse bomb. So a bomb with almost like a cartoonish bomb you see on like I said, cartoons. A black bomb with a fuse. These are essentially zombies, but they aren't controlled physical forms, but actually a dead person who typically lived with a bad soul. Their unused energy is channeled the second they become one of these creepy things. So after they're dead, they become these things, and they can, they basically are they're basically like suicide bombers, almost. If they come in contact with anyone, they will throw the bombs at them. They will, and then they'll either throw the bombs at them or tackle them, and then explode the bomb from there. Not too long, but not really much to explain. They're just basically like these creatures that are all over Earth. There's a lot of them. They're an extremely important part of the story, because it's almost like The Walking Dead, essentially. They're everywhere. But there's not much to explain to them individually. Here's Dark Matter. He is a character with no picture. A few of these people don't have pictures. Dark Matter. He's age 816. So, he's pretty young, I'll say. He's 7'8", so he's large. He's a phantom, no gender. Oh, why was I calling him he? It has no gender, basically. It has a spirit spear, almost like the weapons that Dreamcatcher has, except it's literally a welt, like a spear that it can wield. On the each side of the blade, there's two blades, axe blades, which he can use. It can use to, from the front, it can pierce someone, but also can swing it, so the two blades on the side can hit people from, like I said, from the side. It can hit people from almost any angle, because it can swing around circles, hit people from around it. It's a strong sword. It's a strong spear. Here's Blazing Rage. Blazing Rage is even younger. Okay, that wasn't even a good joke. Blazing Rage is 12,000 or 1,254. Its height is 8'2". It's the Phantom. Its gender is NA, because it doesn't matter. And its weapons are a massive claws, massive giant. So instead of fingers, it's just giant claws. And a giant greatsword. Blazing Rage was born in the Middle Ages and was a royal guard to the king at the time. But when they finally died, so it's a group again, not a single person. When they finally died, they never went to the afterlife. They stayed in the palace they once protected, and guards it, even as a spirit. So the palace is long destroyed, but it doesn't matter. These knights essentially still stayed in the area and still protected it from any dangers. So if anyone comes in contact with any of the Blazing Rages, it will fight them. Basically, it'll keep them off their turf. Here's 1479563 lost. Age NA, height NA. It's a phantom ? Its gender is NA, and its weapons are NA. Nobody knows about him. Very little is actually known about this being, and no data of it is actually confirmed. All sightings of it are simply a red eye in the darkness. You can apparently hear its cries for help, but if you get closer, help if you get a bit closer. But nobody knows what it actually looks like. So all the pictures of it are simply what people think it looks like if it has a body. So nobody knows essentially what this thing is actually. I believe it will be revealed in like the second story. I don't know. The first story isn't going to show a lot of the more Earth characters. It's going to show more of Volt and Grimm, and like their story of their characters. Once it gets to book 2, 3, and more, and from there, it will show a lot more of the characters. So it'll show like Neon Blade, which is a very main character, and pivot of the story. So Fireface and Scorchface don't have descriptions yet. Here's Amethyst. Amethyst is 22. Her height is 5'5". She's a phantom and she's a female. Her weapons, she doesn't have weapons. She has the ability of quick punching. Let's think of Star Platinum from JoJo. Lightning punches, quick punches, precise punches, But she doesn't only punch. She can also kick. She can also, slap. She can, she can do basically a lot of things quickly. She also has the power of invincibility, but it will be explained because that's too powerful for her. That's too, OP for her character. And she also has the power of cloning herself. Amethyst was a tournament fighter and completely demolished her competition. After winning a rigged fight that was meant for her demise, a large attack squad was called and severely beat and attacked Amethyst. Then, her abilities awoke. She then killed them all with ease, leaving their bodies in the ring to decompose. So, she's not one to mess with at all. Amethyst, let me explain to you what Amethyst's abilities consist of. If you guys are in my Discord server, you'll already know if you guys read the new, if you guys read one of the newer things about her. Here's Amethyst. So say hello to Amethyst. Her real name is Arkna Blim, or Arkna Blim. Yeah, that's how you say it. Amethyst was a tournament fighter who became a champion, but was then cast out for beating an enemy that was bribed to win. She was beaten and attacked by an entire squad of fighters at once. She gained abilities that awoke during the severe beating and killed every single one of the squad members with ease. Amethyst is the type of character to not care. She does not hide, or if she kills someone, she won't bother hiding it. She won't bother hiding the body. Here's the abilities for you. Amethyst's first ability, Superior boosts. Her first ability, Superior, boosts her attack speed, giving her lightning fast attacks, with each being the same amount of strength, as if it was just a normal hard punch. Her second ability, the Jewel, makes her temporarily invincible. While in this state, she also does twice the damage for a span of 15 seconds. Her special, the Amethyst, creates a clone of herself with another fighter's weapons and abilities. So not only can she use her powerful abilities, she can use the characters of her choice for a span of 30 seconds. Her normal attacks are normal martial arts attacks. So normally she just uses normal martial arts attack, but they're, like I said, they're lightning fast, so it's not easy to defeat her. Here's Ryan Servan, Undead Doomspire, or combined, they are the Ascension. Age 27, height 5'11", species Mortal Phantom. So these are one of the more. Here's one of the first combination characters. So characters of two species at once. He's a Mortal Phantom. Gender male. And the weapons, he doesn't need a weapon because he has Undead Doomspire. Ryan Servan is Necklace's buddy. Though they don't trust each other, they do heists and different crimes together. Doomspire is summoned when Ryan Servan touches someone's forehead with 3 fingers, transporting their mind to a different realm where Doomspire appears in front of them. Then, from there on, Doomspire kills them, running their minds in the real world and killing them immediately. So in the dream realm, Doomspire will kill the person that Ryan puts in there, and then after Doomspire kills them, it will literally rot their brain immediately because their mind has been killed by Doomspire. With no chance. There's no chance to defeat Doomspire. Doomspire is a spirit that nobody is able to defeat. Ryan got this ability from a necklace he has on, but it doesn't show in this picture. But he has a skull necklace, which shows, which gives him the ability of the Undead Doomspire. Yeah, so it would kill him immediately. Here is Gondrade. He's 156. He's 6'7", so he's pretty tall. Honestly, he's not supposed to be that tall. Let me fix that real quick. He's supposed to be like, he's gonna be 6'3". Let's give him 6'3". He's a phantom. He's a male, and he has flaming fists and master karate skills. He's a master of martial arts and different types of karate. Gondrade was a master of karate and continued training even after his body died. When he went to the afterlife, he continued training, earning him his abilities such as Hell's Fist. He is quick, smart, and knows how to take an opponent down with ease. Even though he is extremely, he's extremely powerful, he is extremely vulnerable though, because he only wears gis. That's the only thing he'll wear is a gi. So, he can easily take opponent down before they try killing him, but it's not easy, because if he gets attacked, he's like, if he gets hit, it's pretty much game over for him, because he only wears gis, and he still has like the vulnerability of almost an average human being. But it doesn't matter to him, because he'll take him down before he even get to him. But here's the Burn. He is a pretty essential character too. Age 24. Height 5'11". He's a phantom. He's a male, and he's a lava blade. The description: he was born from pure flames, born from the fire. He formed a body just like a human, but a heart made of fire. His abilities can literally melt his enemies with ease. His blade cuts through any material with a single swipe. If there's anything flammable, he can come back to life no matter what damage was done to him. And he is also the leader of the Truth, which is the group he's part of. Like I said, he's part of the Truth. And I didn't say his almost his stats. He's 24. He's 5'11". He's a phantom. He's male, and he also has a lava blade. So the blade is almost like Azrin. So yeah, that's it. So that's really him. He's an extremely vital character to Crimson, to the Earth story of him. Here's Atosho Tsuro and Legion, Dark Symphony, which is what they're called together. Age 16, he is 6'1". He's a mortal phantom. He's male, and his weapons is he doesn't need a weapon. He has Legion. Atosho Tsuro is basically Nekos, but younger, and he has somewhat better morals. While still evil, he knows how to manipulate well. He gained Legion, or Dark Symphony, which is what they are known as together, and is now the opposite of Dreamcatcher, which is, I mentioned her a few times. Instead of making dreams, he only creates terrifying nightmares. So that's the only thing he makes is terrifying nightmares. He is also Chisato Kamisuki's archenemy. But these nightmares aren't just normal dreams, where dream catchers, they're just normal dreams. They're not actually affecting the person. It's just they make the person feel like that. Instead, these creatures in the dreams that he makes are actually physical beings that can touch the person, and that can mark the person in the dream realm. So it doesn't actually affect the person in the real realm, but their mind is in the dream realm, which Dark Symphony has full control over. So he can create people of dreams of people that are close to the person dying. He can create spiders up there for your fairy spiders. He can summon people that can drag someone down to hell if that's what their nightmare. If that's what their nightmare is, he can literally do anything he wants. If it's at his will, basically, he can terrify someone to death. And if he kills that person in dream realm, what's it called? Like in the Ryan Servant. If he kills someone in the dream realm, they're dead in the real realm because their brain has rotten. So he's also a pretty pivotal role in the story. I don't even know that's the right word. But here's another main character of the Earth story, Ichisato Kamisuki, and Greater Dread. So this is, remember, this is Ichisato Kamisuki's archenemy, and this is Ichisato Kamisuki. He's 5'11". He's a mortal phantom, He's a male, and his weapons, again, he doesn't need weapons. He has a pistol, but he doesn't use it often because he has Greater Dread. Ichisato is a very shy and introverted man. When he gained Greater Dread, he only used him when he truly needed to. Greater Dread can completely freeze someone with a punch, giving them more punches and making the overall impact much worse. He is sane and kind to his close friends, but intimidating to those who oppose him. He's also Tosho's archenemy. So basically, Greater Dread's ability is he can when he punches someone, he completely freezes their body, paralyzes them all. But even if they're jumping in midair, he'll freeze them. When they're frozen, he can continue punching. He can continue punching, until he feels like he doesn't want to anymore. And then he can easily unfreeze their body, which makes that overall impact, because all of the punches that he dealt come back as one single punch. So it's all built together as one punch. So they can go flying, they can go through buildings. It doesn't matter. It can easily just kill someone like with ease, because that'll break all of their bones basically. They're basically dead after a bullet rush from Greater Dread. Here's KR. He's a fun character. He's another pretty much a comedy relief character. He's also a character that's a lot of people are going to be attracted to once I create him into the actual story. He is 27. He is 6'3". He is a Mortal Phantom, another one of those combination characters. He's male, and his weapons are Soul Succession, and he's also a Phantom Being. So he may seem normal now, but you don't know him yet. Kier grew up in a very gloomy and run-down town. He grew up and became a professional magician. He gained abilities and is now a major threat, but he still performs in front of crowds. His flamboyant style charms people, and he uses his abilities to amaze crowds. So he doesn't use his abilities to kill people or to attack people. He uses his abilities since he's a magician, he uses his abilities to make people astonished. So he uses his the cane that he has right there, which I don't know why I didn't put in the weapons tab. He uses the staff he has can shoot out a beam, which makes anything it shoots disappear. So he uses that to make things disappear out of nowhere. And then also he also can summon little he can summon little spirits next to him, which can also perform little magic tricks like in front of him, in front of people. But after he dies, he can create. If he's ever killed, which it's really hard to kill him, because he's also, while he mostly uses his abilities to show off and give people a show to watch, he is also a fighter, so he can also fight. He doesn't, like, if he really needs to, he'll fight. But if he ever dies, he can create this giant monster of a being, a giant monster, which is destructible to anything. He can destroy anything in his path. It doesn't matter. He can destroy whatever is around him. He's a deadly person, and the being will only last for about 5 minutes. But in those 5 minutes, it's complete hell. I'll tell you that. He's a crazy character. That's KR for you. How many do we have left? We have 3. Okay, let's quickly get through this. Figure 8. Figure 8. She is 22. She is, and you probably remember her from when I mentioned Dreamcatcher. This is Figure 8. She's 5'8". She's a Phantom Mortal, another combination character. She's a female, and she has a Void Blade and an interdimensional transporter. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Figure 8 is the gateway to the cosmos. If she's trying to kill someone easily, she'll either kill them with her blade, or send them through the portal into Krajum. Krajum is a godlike creature capable of mass destruction. If you remember from Thor Ragnarok, if you remember Doramu, that's how you say his name? Doramu, I think I might be saying that wrong. Don't bully me in the comments for that. If anyone's even watching, I don't even think we were watching. You know how that character was, or that person in Ragnarok was like this giant being capable of destruction of anything around them. That's what basically Krajum is, except keep that, but make it into times 20. He's a godlike creature that will destroy anything. He's basically the god of the universe. He's not the main god. He's just like a character he's a godlike creature. He's not a god, but he's a godlike creature. So people still worship him. But it's if anyone comes to contact with him, it's easy. You'll just crush him. He's terrifying. She's not only the gateway to the other worlds, but she's also the sister of Dreamcatcher, and she'll do anything to make sure she is safe. So they're a pretty wholesome bunch, Figure 8 and Dreamcatcher. They're nice to each other, but if they have to fight, you can kiss the wholesome nature of them goodbye, because they will do whatever they can to make sure that they run their enemy to the ground. She's deadly. They're both deadly, especially combined. Here's the entity. Age 23, and he is 6'1". He's a phantom. He's male. And he has the power of mind control and teleportation. You can see why he's so far down the list. I rank these characters with by strength, if you guys didn't know. Or by, power. Like, that doesn't mean just, overall strength, but, like, actual, capabilities of killing someone. That's why, even though KR, can literally, can create a mass destruction, that's only if he himself dies. His normal attacks aren't too crazy. He has a beam that can completely delete things, but it's a little beam. It's almost like the size, like the entire ray is the thickness of a sniper, almost like a sniper bullet. It will he can trace it around. It's almost like a pencil. He can trace it around and he can make things disappear around him, but it's still a little beam which people can duck or dodge and over. But no, it's not blockable, but you know what I mean. Anyways, and also, that's why Figure 8 is also not the top list, even though she can transport things into the cosmos. She's still not capable herself of fighting. That's why, or capable of bringing someone down. I mean, she has her blade, which I said before. She can easily take someone down with her blade. But what I'm saying is she's ranked lower than, let's say, Entity and the Forgotten because of her versatility to fight against someone. Her passion to fight someone, you see. Anyways, so the description. The Entity is a ghost of a former politician. After he died, he became a phantom and joined the revolutionists, which I should change the name of because this was before I changed the name. This is the truth. He's also part of the group with the Burn. I think the Burn should be higher ranked. Give me a second. No, it's gonna ruin a lot of things because I feel like wait, no, it won't. Okay, here, the Burn. I'll put him up to right above KR. Let me fix some things if there's anything. Shimasuki. Oh no, it's still right. I just switched some characters around. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Anyways, let's go back to him. So, he controls his enemies and takes over their body, forcing them to kill the other opponents. His essence by itself is overly threatening. So when he is around, most of his enemies retreat. He can literally mind control. What else do I have to explain? He has the power of mind control, and he also has the power of teleportation. He's an extremely powerful being. No wonder why he's ranked so high up. He can literally make people do whatever he wants. If he can stare anyone in his eyes, they're mind controlled. Doesn't matter. They're just done. They're powerful beings. That's why he won't be. If this becomes a game, he's not going to be a playable character. But that's all I can really say about him. He's just terrifying. He's one of them. He can't fight. He cannot fight for anything. For the love of God, he cannot fight. But he can. But he doesn't need to if he can literally control his enemies. So, here's the Forgotten. The Forgotten. He doesn't have an age. Well, actually, it shouldn't be said because it doesn't have a gender. No one knows its gender. Actually, it's almost like Lost. It's almost like one for numbers, whatever numbers those were, because nobody knows a lot about its actual character. Age, question mark, question mark, question mark. Height, it is 6'6". Species, it is a phantom. Gender, no gender specified. And weapons is... these aren't weapons. These are more or less his abilities. Its abilities. Body decay, emotion bending, and mind control and read. Mind control and mind read. So almost like the entity with mind control. It can also mind control people, but it's a different way. There's a different way it mind controls. Emotion bending is also, can turn people into maniacs, and body decay can literally decay someone's body. The Forgotten is a deadly but calm spirit. The only that only attacks who it believes is a threat to humanity. It kills its target in various ways, making sure they don't escape. It can be negotiated with, though, not out of death, but if not being the one to kill. It can be negotiated with, though, not out of death, but it not being the one to kill them. To kill. It can pass on the guilt of killing another organism by leaving. But if death was not completed, it will come back and kill both. So if the person that is about to die tells the Forgotten that someone else will kill that person, the Forgotten will leave, and it will come back in exactly 10 days. And if that person is not dead, it will kill both the person that it said, the person that originally it was going to kill, and also the person that they said would kill them. So, yeah, it's pretty unmerciful, but it's also, if you're a good person, you won't have to deal with the Forgotten, basically. I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up for today's stream. Yeah, I think we're well over. I think we're probably at an hour now. I don't know. I can't check the live the time, but I think we're pretty well over an hour. So I think we should wrap it up here. I'm gonna thank you guys so much for joining me at today's video. Someone did end up staying till the end, so thank you whoever that was who stayed till the end. I'll make a part 2 soon, maybe tomorrow if I have time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys like this video and want to see more, please consider liking, subscribing today, because you never want to be back. Subscribing today. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.